Hi, this is Stephanie Seaman, and you know what time it is.
If I catch you talking to that boy again, I'm gonna let you down, let you down, leave you flat. Gonna let you down and leave you flat. 'Cause I told you before, oh girl, you can't do that. It's the second time I've caught you talking to him. If I catch you talking to that boy, I think it's a sin. I'm gonna let you down, let you down, and leave you flat. 'Cause I told you before, oh girl, you can't do that. Everybody's green, 'cause I'm the one who won your love. And if it seems let you down and leave you flat. Gonna let you down and leave you flat. 'Cause I told you before, oh girl, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Hey Rocketeers, welcome to the Rocket Launch Show here on Digital Street Radio. Ricky Rocket here, your host, with another episode of the Rocket Launch Show. And tonight I have special guest Stephanie Seaman. How you doing, Steph?
I'm doing great, Ricky.
Yeah, are you having fun yet?
I think so, yeah.
Are you learning anything?
Lots and lots.
Yeah. And if you remember right, I think I lost the keys to the door, so
yes.
we're stuck in here, aren't we?
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Yeah. So tonight we're going to talk to Stephanie about her experiences with local original artists, and also, if I'm lucky enough, we'll talk about some of her artesian work.
Fun. Okay.
Yeah. So, Steph, tell our listeners how or when you got interested in local independent original music.
Wow, that's kind of a tough question. Let me try and condense things. Dover, Central Delaware is a really tight-knit group of artists and musicians, and many of us have known each other for many years and kind of come up in the whole scene together and had a great fun time with it. What really made the original stuff accessible, I think, is Facebook. It gave everybody an opportunity to share what they were up to with each other, and I kind of took that ball and ran with it and really enjoy sharing what's going on in the art scene and the music scene with my community of Facebook friends, and I just feel like we all benefit from getting it out there and letting everybody know what everybody's up to, and everyone benefits from that.
Yeah.
I have a good time with it.
Do you remember or do you recall the first original artist you saw?
It's going back so far.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Well, we don't have to go back.
Well,
that
you know,
far.
I the first friend of mine that performed in a band as something original was my friend Carlos Alejandro played in a band called Canyon and at Ball Cork, and
Yep.
they always ended their sets or their last set of the night with something that they had written, the band members had written. So that's the first time I think I got real exposed to an original.
And that's really cool because unless you were a semi-national or national artist, you didn't play original music
right,
in
yeah.
bars. But yeah, it's and you know, now it's funny that you mentioned Carlos because we got a song coming up from his daughter, right?
Yes, I'm very excited about that. When I first, when you and I had first talked about me coming on the show, I contacted Carlos and asked if Kira had anything we could debut, and he sent over When I Grow Up, a new mix of When I Grow Up, and it's a great tune, and I enjoy it.
Yeah, yeah. So let's get to some music. We're going to do a 3-song set. We got Kira doing When I Grow Up, Regina Amaka with Boom Boom Boom.
Yes.
Yeah, and she's actually in the area, right?
Yes. Well, that's, talking about original stuff and the mixing up the art and music community. Regina got on my radar about 20 years ago when she had a gift shop in Ruddertown and Dewey Beach and was also a mainstay on the folk music scene there. And she, God bless her, was agreeable to taking my glass, selling my glass in her shop, and gave me credibility as a glass artist, which I really appreciated. And I consider her a role model and how to promote art and music at the same time.
Cool.
So really nice to have her back in Delaware for the summer.
Yeah. So, and I'm going to reach out to her and see if I can't get her to come up for
That would
one
be
of the shows.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we got Kira, Regina, and we'll end the set with Tony Robinson
Fun.
with Blackwater Blues.
Yes. Good.
Now, should we send this out to anybody? Isn't this somebody's favorite song?
I don't know.
Connie, maybe?
Oh, is that well?
Yeah,
Then send this out to
yeah.
Connie, of course.
All
And
right.
the thing about Tony, I'm excited about. He's been on the road for a while, but he's going to be back in Delaware for a couple shows at Seafood City this summer. So I'm really looking forward to that.
All right, great. Here's Kira, Regina, and Tony, and we'll be back, Rocketeers.
I wanna live in a house by the sea, make a living selling used books and coffee. I wanna be a small town girl who had a dream of making it big and playing concerts in the city. I wanna settle down with a guitarist in a coastal town and make music until the cows come in. We won't just sit around like the wasted youths with their concrete frowns, wondering when their lives will begin. But dreams like this take two. I wanna wake up next to you every day for the rest of my life. Watch the sun rise in the morning, read the paper and go out to lunch on the weekends. We'd be so damn cute that all the kids would stop to say, I wanna love like theirs when I grow up. Do-do-do-do, 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 do-do, do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do, do-do-do. I wanna be the girl who watches the History Channel for fun and gets all her homework done. But dreams like mine need you. I wanna wake up next to you every day for the rest of my life. Watch the sun rise in the morning, read the paper and go out to lunch on the weekend. We'd be so damn cute that all the kids would stop to say, hey, I wanna love like theirs. Yeah, I wanna wake up next to you every day for the rest of my life. Watch the sun rise
the way that it goes. Boom, 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 everybody knows. The more you're working, the less you're living. The more they're making, the less they're giving. Boom, 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 a corporation. Boom, 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 beating its drums. Well, your mama don't know what to do. Your daddy don't know what to do. When that man keeps telling you, you got nothing left to lose. Well, you got nothing but your boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 that's the way that it goes. Boom, 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 everybody knows. The more you're working, the less you're living. The more they're making, the less they're giving. Boom, 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 the corporation. Boom, 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 beating its drums. Well, ain't nothing fit for us to eat. No fruit growing from the trees. They're making fools out of you and me by telling us we are free. They're giving. Boom, 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 the corporation. Boom, 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 beating its drums. Well, you wishing one hand or the other. That ship is telling me killed my brother. They're making profits off of every life. If you live or if you die. It's just a boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 that's the way that it goes. Boom, 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 everybody knows. The more you're working, the less you're living. The more they're making, the less they're giving. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 beating his drum.
Hi, this is Captain Blue of Captain Blue's Grass Band, and you're listening to The Rocket Launch Show here on digitalstreetradio.com. The local independent original music broadcast venue.
The black water, swimming in evil things. Down in the black water, swimming in evil things. Times like this yourself to blame. The Blackwater blues, ain't it a crying shame? Got the Blackwater blues, ain't it a crying shame? A world of pain running through his veins. Blackwater, washing good down the drain. Here come the Blackwater, washing good down the drain. You know the flood's coming when it start pouring rain.
All right, that was a 3-song set with Kira Alejandro, Regina Amaka, and Tony Robinson. And we're back live with Stephanie Seaman in the house. But before we get back to Stephanie, I want to remind everybody that if you'd like to be heard on the Rocket Launch Show or Digital Street Radio, write to us at digitalstreetstudio@gmail.com, and Kevin or I will get you the information on how to be heard. So, Stephanie, what'd you do this weekend?
Oh, well, I had the best time last night. It was so cool. I attended a concert of the Capitol Ringers Ensemble, which is a handbell ensemble at the Smyrna Opera House, and what made it super cool for me was their next to the last tune was "It's a Wonderful World," and my photography was projected on a big screen during that song. It was wonderful.
Oh no,
it was so fun. Yeah,
my picture wasn't in there, was it?
You were not included.
Okay,
it was landscape and sunrise kind of stuff. Some wildlife.
Well, let's talk about that for a minute, because that's part of your artesian repertoire, right?
Yeah, I do
the photography.
Yeah,
man, and you gave me that fuchsia photo. That was so cool, man. Because that's my favorite color.
I know. I wanted you to have it. Yes.
So let me ask you this: I see you up bright and early, much before I get up. Believe me. What's going on there?
My internal clock wakes me up about between 4:30, 4 o'clock, somewhere in there. I figure I'm awake. I might as well go out there and do what I love. So I get in the car and head off to where I think a sunrise will be nice and go have a good time. Frequently, almost always, completely by myself. A lot of times I have entire Bombay hook to myself, from what I can tell, and just have a really good time photographing whatever I find. It's a
that
blast.
is so cool.
And then this part 2 is then I come home and I edit it, put it on Facebook, and see what people think about it. And a lot of times people even order prints, so that's cool too.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that part gets fun as well. It's all a good time. I just love every minute of it.
Well, one of my all-time photographs that I saw, and I haven't seen all of them by far, but it's the one that you took of, I think it was across some sort of water. And when you look at this photograph, I realized that whether you turned it right side up or upside down, it didn't matter. It was really cool, the reflection. You have a great eye.
Oh, thank you. I have learned if there's low wind, you're likely to have a good reflection. And so I plan where I go. If there's soft wind, I want to go to where water is. So maybe I'll be able to get that level of reflection.
So what, the wind affects the water?
It really does, yes. If there's a breeze, you're much less likely to get a good reflection of the sky in the water.
Is that because of ripples in the water?
I guess. I've just found that to be true. If there's no wind, you get a nice, pretty reflection. If it's breezy, you pretty much don't.
See, I just learned something. I've got an iPad mini that I'm going to take some pictures with. They won't be as good as yours, of course, but I'll have to remember that. If it's not windy, go get a reflection.
Yes, yeah.
Wow, cool. All right, we're going to do another 3-song set. We have Snarky Dave.
Yay.
And what do you want to tell me about Snark?
Oh, again, Snark and I have become good friends in the past few years. I enjoy his music and enjoy him and Linda, and we just have a great time together. We enjoy it when we see each other quite a bit. And I love his music, and it's especially cool, too, when he and Tony perform together as well. So
I remember
it's all
that
good.
show.
It's all good, yeah.
Well, we were going to try to get rain. I looked for it, but I don't have that in our folder. But we do have a track from Big Snark. That'll be Mike Sully Boogie. And then Jim Rezac, of course.
Of course.
Boy, he's like a landmark here in Dover.
He certainly is, yeah. Good friend.
Yep, Meet Me at the Door. And then, it looks like you've picked one of my tracks.
I certainly have, yes.
Oh, yeah.
As you know, from the very beginning, I've always been a big fan of your tune Alibi, so I needed to get that in there for sure.
Great. Well, let's get right to some music. Big Snark, Jim Rezac, and Ricky and the Rockets. And we'll be back, Rocketeers.
Captain Zamo and there you go. I love it. I love that's the song.
Got my coat, got my tie, and a smile on my face. I step in, look around, check out the place. Ooh, you, I spot you. I stand at the bar and I try not to stare. You gotta have a man at home, I really don't care. Ooh, you, how about you? I don't wanna take you home, don't want to talk tomorrow night. And if you got yourself a mansion and you're cooking, it's full of spice, well, that still won't be true. I'm just wondering if you got a few spare moments of your life. Of your life. I won't take a bunch of time from your life. Well, you heard other lines and they all sound the same, baby. I ain't joking, ain't playing no game. Who are you? How about you? Come on, baby, it won't cost much. Just a little bit of time, whole lot of touch. Who are you? Oh, I want you. I'll be anyone you want. Don't wanna talk tomorrow night. Your father has a gun, and sometimes you carry a knife. Well, that still won't be true. I'm just wondering if you got a few spare moments of your life. Of your life. Well, take a bunch of time from your life. Coat, got my tie, and a smile on my face. I step in, look around, and check out the place. Who are you? I spot you. I stand at the bar and I try not to stare. You gotta have a man somewhere, but I really don't care. Who are you? I want you. I'll be anyone you want. Don't have to talk tomorrow night. You got yourself a mansion, and you're cooking, it's full of spice. Well, that still won't be true. I'm just wondering if you got a few spare moments of your life. Of your life. Oh, take my job, the time from your life. Oh, man, look at you, honey. Legs to the floor. Yeah, a little hit and run here. I love you, baby. Well, I like you a lot anyway. Woo! Yeah. Bring it!
Come and meet me at the door. Say you're glad I'm home. Call me just to say you can't live alone. Come and find me in a crowd. Scream your love for me out loud. Come and meet me at the door. It's been such a long time since you've been on my mind. 400 miles every day don't make the pain go away. All I have is time. Come and meet me at the door. Say you're glad I'm home. Call me just to say you can't live alone. Come and find me in a crowd. Scream your love for me out loud. Come and meet me at the door. My heart is like a stone sinking in the sea. 100 years it's been around, waiting to be found, waiting to be free. Come and meet me at the door. Say you're glad I'm home. Call me just to say you can't live alone. Come and find me in a crowd. Scream your love for me out loud. Come and meet me at the door. When will you know? When will you see? When will I move you to talk to me? When will you talk to me?
and move you to talk to me? When will you talk to me? Come and meet me at the door. Say you're glad. Call me just to say you can't live alone. Come and find me in a crowd, screaming love for me out loud. Come and meet me at the door.
I remember when you turned 18. You dyed your hair black and put away the beauty queen. Took the smile off your face and walked away. Now you look in the mirror and have nothing to say. They could give you all there. I think it's ironic how you go back for more. Then you turn your head, shut the face in the door. Alibi, don't you ever wonder why the world has let you down so many times? It's you. Oh, alibi, is that a tear I see in your eye? It's got you eaten up inside to be so blue.
All right, Rocketeers, we're back with Stephanie Seaman in the house. That was a 3-song set from Snarky Dave and the Prickly Bluesmen from their CD Big Snark, Mike Sully Boogie. We had Jim Rezac with his track Meet Me at the Door. And, of course, Ricky and the Rockets with Alibi. So, Stephanie, tell me about the original music scene around here, your experience?
Oh, wow. Well, I have such a good time enjoying my friends and their performing, and everybody's just have such a good time together. The art world, the music world, and even the family-owned businesses all seem to embrace each other and try to promote each other. And I lately have particularly been able to enjoy my friends performing the original music at 33 West on Lockerman Street. I've enjoyed them here, coming to the shows here, and certainly enjoy the Digital Street rocket launch shows and covered bridge shows. I've learned a lot and about local music that way, and have met some of these artists out in the community and have been able to tell them I'm familiar with their music because of listening to them here.
Well, Digital Street, that's one of the things that we're all about.
I know.
Is providing a broadcast venue for local independent original music. Mm-hmm.
It's effective.
You had mentioned that art and music come together. You did some photographs for Cover Bridge, right?
I sure did. Oh, that was so much fun.
Well, anytime you get Kevin and Joey
Yes.
together, you're
Yeah.
guaranteed a splendid time.
That particular time, I've done 2 covers with them, but that particular time we ended up in the fog at Port Mahon. Didn't know how that was going to work out because of the fog, and it ended up being some of my favorite pictures taken ever. And they had a good time with it too. We really had a good time. That was the cover for
Rockwood Strings and Hope.
Yes, that one. Yeah, yeah.
Do you remember? You had posted a photograph, and I said, this was before you did those pictures, and I said, man, this would make a great album cover.
Yes, I do remember.
I even stopped my car and drew a little picture of it, and
Yes.
a chair in the background, and the guy
posted
sitting
that,
there.
yeah.
That was so cool.
Yeah, that was at Bombay Hook.
Again, you have such a great eye.
Oh, thank you.
It's amazing. I'll be driving along, and I see something, maybe a sunset or some clouds with some rays coming down, and I jump out with my little phone camera and I take a picture, and it doesn't look like I see it. I mean, it's there, but it's not like, I don't know whether it's the perspective or it's not framed right. I'm not a photographer.
Well, that's where editing can make a world of difference. It can bring what your camera recorded back to what you saw and what you felt. And so I'm able to accomplish a lot in editing. I love editing. Again, talking about Carlos Alejandro, that's who got me into Photoshop, not Photoshop, Lightroom, where I do most of my editing.
Cool. So, and Lightroom is an editing program.
Yes, it is.
For
Yeah.
just photographs, or how about video?
Well, it may be video too. I'm not sure, but it's over my head. So just the photographs is all I know.
So how did you get involved with Digital Street or Kevin and Joey here?
I think my first getting it on my radar was when Jimmy Rezac was featured, and he invited me to come to the studio show. And then again, I think I was here for Tony Robinson's, and then the Snarky's big show was coming up. And so I remember having a conversation with Kevin, I think maybe the night I met Kevin, about how to help promote that. And then we were able to bring Kira Alejandro on.
Right.
And I remember sitting with you in this room the first night she was aired, and I was so excited about that. So it's been a fun relationship. I'm certainly enjoying it.
Yep. Now, you had mentioned Amy Spampanato earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that was an example of how Digital Street radio really gets the word out and helps the community learn about original artists. I met Amy at an event at the Biggs Museum and was able to say, "Oh, I know your music, the toddler song. It's great." Yeah. And I actually met the toddler that night. She's a little older than a toddler now, but and that was cool. And I was able to have that conversation with her because of having heard her on this radio station.
Yeah, and she's involved with what the Arts, is it the Arts League or?
Well, when I met her, it was at the Mayor's Art Recognition event, and she was assisting with that. So I'm not sure what exactly her relationship was.
All right. So we're getting close to the end here because we had quite a bit of music. And I appreciate you picking all that because I really don't feel well today. But right. I wanted to talk a little bit about your other artesian work.
The glass.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, for me, it started with glass. I got into fused glass while I was still employed with the state. I've been retired close to 10 years now, but just had some success with that. And enjoyed it quite a bit. Photography came later. had a good season actually in the past couple of months with glass sales at Dover Art League and the Biggs Museum. So I kind of do both art and glass.
Now, when you say, you're not talking about throwing rocks at windows and hoping it comes out. What do you actually do with the glass?
Fused glass. It's kiln work. I have a kiln in my basement, and so I do a lot of. I have no fingerprints. I don't think I do a lot of cutting of glass and assembling it and fusing it, and if all goes well, it turns into jewelry and bottle stoppers and dishes and bowls and plates, that sort of thing.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, I've seen your work and it's really cool. But so are you melting the glass?
The kiln takes it up to 1,460 some degrees. Yes.
Wow.
It's getting really hot and soft. And so I cut it up. I don't touch the hot glass. I assemble it from sheets of glass or smaller pieces of glass.
I got you.
Assemble it, stick it in the kiln and let the kiln do the hard work.
And it fuses those pieces together.
Yes, and then they become tiles. And then I run them through a second time, in the case of dishes, to have them be on a mold to soften up and take the shape of the mold.
So does it get as hot as, say, like I see glass blowers? Does it get actually that hot where it would drip if you let it sit there?
I'm not sure about. I suspect it's probably not that hot because in the glass world, that's I think called hot glass, and mine's more called warm glass. So I suspect I'm not very familiar with the whole process of lamp work and that sort of thing. So it's a whole different equipment, different supplies, different skills.
But either way, you don't want to touch it.
You don't want to touch it, right? Yes. It could be hot, yes.
All right, Rocketeers, we're going to have to say goodnight. We're going to end the set with a two-song set, Saul Knopf, Dancing with the Bottle, from his album Sea Change. And from Cover Bridge's Rockwood Strings and Hope, it's Even at 50, which is such a cool song. I want to thank Stephanie for coming in tonight.
Thanks, pleasure.
Stephanie.
Thanks for having me. It's fun.
And I'm glad you had fun. I know you were a little hesitant there.
I was nervous, yes, but it was fun. We had fun.
And I was kind, right? Just for the record.
You were kind. As I requested, you were quite kind, yes.
All right. Don't forget, Rocketeers, if you want to be heard on the Rocket Launch Show or Digital Street Radio, just write to us at digitalstreetstudio@gmail.com. We'll send you the information on how to be heard. And please, Rocketeers, be kind to our creatures and fellow human beings. Peace.
Peace.
Our favorite song is playing on the jukebox, the one we danced to down the line. We used to groove so close together, but since she's gone, I guess I'll have to keep time. With nothing here but an empty bar stool and a heart that's filled with love's regret. We were out there on that dance floor, but I'm swirling and twirling with another instead. I'm dancing with the bottle. I'm two-stepping with her memory tonight. It's a lonely dance for a broken-hearted man. It's a lift to the glass that doesn't take a steady hand. Yeah, I'm dancing with the bottle. Now every man should know the simple twist on the wrist and the elbow. 'Cause when things get to be the worst, I'll tell you, mister, you can work on a hell of a thirst. So I'm dancing with the bottle, a slow fandango under a neon light. I'm a winning waltzer, tired of this slow dance. I need to call her if I'm gonna stand here for chance. When I get done dancing, dancing with the bottle. Oh, after all the times we've danced together, I still believe that we'll get the steps right. Oh, I'm dancing with the bottle. Oh, I'm shuffling in my next partner's own eyes. I'll be doing the same thing tomorrow if my call falls on deaf ears tonight. I'll be dancing. I'll be dancing with the bottle. I'll be dancing with the bottle. I'll be dancing with the bottle. Yeah, I'll be dancing with the bottle. Dancing, dancing, I'll be dancing. Dancing with the bottle.
Just one thing that the world should know. Even at 50, we still rock and roll.
We started playing in our early teens. High school dances every sweet 16. Buying guitars we could barely afford, with old Fender amps and shorted chords. Well, just one thing that the world should know. Even at 50 we still rock and roll. Well, just one thing that the world should know. Even at 50 we still rock and roll. Rockin' music from across the land. I'm singing weddings, playing in a frat band. Joey's making a living from the old tip jar, playing every club, rocking every bar. Well, just one